Hi everyone, welcome back to my vlog. Sorry it's been a while since I've been on here, but I came on because I want to talk about this new movie that I just watched called 8th Grade. So we're just going to talk about it a little bit. I think you guys should really check it out. It's a great movie. So it's about this girl Kayla who is in the 8th grade. It's her last 2 weeks in 8th grade, and she takes us through what it's like to be her. And it talks about just kind of how she just like doesn't really have a lot of friends. She's constantly like trying to keep up with like the what's new. She's always on social media looking at like the newest trends, that like whatever's going on social media, and she really wants to be like noticed. So I think it's very relatable because it definitely shows how girls can be very catty and mean in middle school. It hasn't even been that long since I was in middle school, and I know like there were definitely girls who would try to tear you down if you didn't have like the newest clothes, the newest shoes, if you didn't wear your makeup a certain way. So I totally get where Kayla's coming from when she feels pressured to look a certain way or appeal to a certain group of girls. One thing I didn't find super relatable, just from my experience, was I was never necessarily alone. I did have like my own group of friends. I wouldn't say that I was in like the like popular like group of girls that, you know, kind of ran the grade, but I never really felt like how Kayla did, where I would just come home and I was alone and I never was really invited to things, because that just wasn't the case for me. A few things that I noticed throughout the movie that I want to think about if I was a teacher is a lot of students do only have one parent, which I can't relate to because my parents are still together and I'm like very grateful for that. But that's not the case for a lot of students, and especially for Kayla. We find out later in the movie that her mom left them, but her dad is the one that raised her, and you can tell that he has a hard time connecting with her just because she's going through puberty. She's in middle school, and that's a really awkward time just for any female. So I feel like her dad's just in a weird position. But I feel like as a teacher, that's something you need to identify. That maybe that's the reason why they act certain ways, or, you know, that is something that a lot of your students are going to be dealing with one way or another. Same with boys if they only have a mom, or vice versa. And then another thing that I didn't really relate to, but it's important to realize as a teacher, is just how big social media is and how early it's starting. Kids are getting cell phones younger and younger every year. So I think that's something to think about, and how that really impacts their experience in middle school and how it can impact their education in middle school as well. I know I didn't get my first phone until like 8th grade, and even then, like, it wasn't like an iPhone. Like, it was like a little like flip razor phone that you couldn't go on Instagram or Twitter or any of that stuff. So that's about that for social media. Going into theories that relate to 8th grade, Kohlberg's stage 3, it's about gaining approval of others, and I feel like that's something that Kayla really just wants the entire movie. She just wants to be approved. Like when she went to the high school for the day and she met that girl Olivia, she just wanted her approval and she wanted her to like her. And same when she went to Kennedy, the popular girl's birthday party, she did just like really want her to be she wanted to be liked by Kennedy. She bought her that present, which she thought like Kennedy would love, and Kennedy ends up like making fun of it. So yeah, that's something to connect with the theories. And also just Maslow's hierarchy of needs, just the sense of wanting to belong somewhere, the sense of wanting a friendship or, you know, love, anything like that, just wanting to be accepted and loved by someone. So those are about the theories that I know throughout the movie. I would definitely recommend this movie to anyone. It's a great movie. And I think it's really eye-opening about middle school experiences and how awkward this time can be for any student, just depending on what they have going on in their personal lives and just what's going on in, you know, culture nowadays. Like, it's social media is the really big thing. So I think that's just something to keep in mind when thinking about that. But overall, this movie is really great, and I would recommend it.